When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will take the field first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got the first down and more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Spits it out to the back. Finds his target down the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Red Wolves will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Quarterback making checks. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Smith dropping to pass. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. Smashes ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Got a man, it's Howard. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Martin. Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Arkansas State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Complete to the right. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
That's reeled in. It's Martin. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, no.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Smith wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now...
There he goes! Fighting off the defender. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the back. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Wolves didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The give to the tailback. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Hand off from the shotgun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Red Wolves are in the red zone. Smith dropping to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Going right to work up top. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been...
Turning it on! Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a crease, it's Martin. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Red Wolves come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Makes the catch. It's Summers. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Soft spot in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be...
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Martin. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not get the extra yards after the catch.
He'll lose yardage again, and they say don't abandon the running game, but the running game's abandoning them. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. A high kick trying to pin them deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
And the Red Bulls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Smith dropping to pass. Release to the back. He's got his man. Makes the grab. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Red Bulls will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, And that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The sure hands, it's Howard. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Martin. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Smith wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Finds a man on the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This time it's complete. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw again. Buys a little extra time. Slings it downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
45, Penn State, 0.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle, it's Reynolds. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. Kept it and he's past the marker. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Pulls it in. It's Howard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away the score. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Smith dropping to pass. Dumps it to the back. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Quickly to the tight end. Lowers those pads. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Red Wolves getting set on 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, but no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Smith wants to throw. Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their start.
There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead.
Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Number 11, set to kick it off.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hill. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Ellington. Turning it on. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today. Dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
And the Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Red Wolves trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hit and yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The RPO fired complete to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Well, that's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people's points